Do you know why those who practice cultivation aren't afraid of death? It's because they understand the truth of the universe. Where is there to go to die? Can you really die? To put it simply, your soul is neither born nor destroyed, neither tainted nor pure, neither increased nor diminished. Death is just moving from one room to another. So where is there to die? Where would you go? You can't die. The reason so many of us suffer is because we can't figure this out. Why do things like this happen to me? I treated him so well, so why did he betray me? Why do I always encounter liars who come into my life? Why did this man hurt me so deeply? What I want to tell you is that in this world, there is no love without reason, and there is no hate without reason either. Everything about this event, it was all created by you. Everything is being drawn by karma. The Buddha said to truly see a person, you must look at the causes and effects of their past, present, and future lives. Every person we meet in this world is actually our soulmate in this world. Everyone you encounter is destined to cross your path. Some people are destined to hurt you. Some people are destined to only be acquaintances with you. Many people don't really understand what this means. Next, I want to share with you what the Buddha discovered. The ultimate truth of the universe that he realized after decades of ascetic practice and 49 days of enlightenment. He attained enlightenment because of this. Is it good or bad? Listen carefully. Countless people have studied Buddhism for 30 or 40 years and still haven't truly understood the Buddha. He discovered a certain pattern. It was this pattern that led him to enlightenment and becoming a Buddha. This pattern is the law of cause and effect. After attaining Buddhahood, the Buddha taught the Dharma for 49 years, but in fact, all those 49 years of teachings can be summed up in just 4 words. Write down dependent origination and emptiness of self-nature. If you don't understand dependent origination and emptiness of self-nature, I'll translate it into modern terms for you, and you'll instantly get it. Settled. Cause, condition, effect, and retribution. Cause, condition, effect, and retribution. If you still don't get it, let me draw you a diagram. Come to the whiteboard. All right, take a close look at this diagram. A lot of us might think, Teacher Joe, I'm so positive every day, so why do scammers still show up in my life? Why do bad things still happen to me? Teacher Joe, I'm such a kind person, so why are there still people who want to harm me? Once you understand this diagram, you'll get it. Is the ultimate result truly determined by the mind? No, the reason you think the cause determines the result. Sometimes you'll find that even when I do good deeds, why don't I end up creating a good outcome? It's because this is incomplete. Causes and conditions. Karmic retribution. If you don't understand what retribution means, just think of it as karma, the force of karma. You can't take anything with you, only your karma follows you. In your past life, you hurt Zhang San, Li Si, and Wang Wu, but you helped Zhao Liu and Wang Qi. All of these have to be repaid. Karma includes both good and bad. After you come into this world, your karma will be cleared. It transforms into fate. What is fate? Fate is the people you meet in this world and how they treat you. That is predestined. Let me say it again. Who will you meet in this world? How will this person treat you? That is predestined. This was determined in your previous life. The reason someone treats you well is because you treated them well in your previous life. If someone harms you, it's because you harmed them in your previous life. And now they're here to repay that. Can you still follow what I'm saying? This person. So in this state, everything is determined by karma and cause and effect. This result, you can think of it as a seed. If you plant a melon, you get a melon. If you plant beans, you get beans. But if you plant a cucumber seed in the ground today, will it really grow into a cucumber? It needs conditions. What are conditions? You can think of them as air, sunlight, and water. Fertilizer and all these other things. First, you plant a cucumber seed. With the right conditions, sunlight, air, water, and then fertilizer, only then will the seed grow. Do you understand what I'm saying, right? So, the cause is something invisible, it's empty. The sprout is also invisible, also empty. What about the fruit? The fruit is also invisible, also empty. It's determined by you, written by you. In this world, in fact, there is only one thing that is certain. That is the cause. Only this one thing is certain. Only this one thing is manifest. This thing is yang, it is manifest. While that thing is yin, that thing is yin, and this thing is yang, because in the end, the fruit can be manifested. This is called the principle of the interplay between yin and yang. After looking at this diagram, if you understand it, then you've grasped it. What is it? Dependent origination and emptiness. Each of us comes into this world. What kind of people will we meet? Is it destined how these people will treat us? Some people ask, teacher, if everything is predestined, then what's the point of life? How others treat you is destined, but how you treat them is not. The choice is in your own hands. Just one sentence. How others treat me is their perspective. How I treat others is mine. So from today on, I will always, with anyone, plant seeds of kindness. If you don't receive kindness, can you still reap good results just by sowing good intentions? If you only have the seed, but no sunlight, no air, no water, and no fertilizer, can it bear fruit? So you might think, oh, good people don't get rewarded. It's not that good people aren't rewarded. It's that you missed some essential elements. Let me say it again. You must value planting good causes and form good connections. In the end, you will be able to receive the light of goodness. If you understand this thoroughly, raise your hand. Your life is nothing more than a play. A play that you wrote, directed, and acted in yourself. Your life has a script, and you are the chief director, chief screenwriter, and lead actor of your own life. Some people ask, teacher, if my script is already written, then why am I having such a hard time in your previous life? If you hurt someone in your past life, you have to repay that debt in this life. And yet, even though he loves you deeply, you still have to return the hurt he once caused you. Do you understand? All right, after he comes here, he has to act according to the script. Some people say there are no rehearsals in life, but after you awaken, you'll realize that life has actually been rehearsed. Before we came into this world, we all rehearsed. You rehearsed, which is why you feel like you've met him before. You just want to be good to her, but she ends up hurting you deeply. This was planned by the soul before birth. This is predestined. This is a play. The plot moves forward according to this script. Do you understand? All right, but what makes this game interesting is that in this world, every person you meet is destined, and how they treat you is also destined, but how you treat them is not predetermined. The greatest gift God has given you is free will, which you can choose for yourself. At this point, could this woman choose to complain or even kill her? Then she would go to jail. Why not? Haven't you seen murderers before? Yes or no? In the end, he could only be executed by firing squad. And in the next life, he would have to come back and hurt you again because this relationship hasn't been resolved. Could she choose to sue him? Then what? Keep chasing after him, never forgiving him for a lifetime, entangling herself with him. She would be stuck at the first level. If you don't forgive this man, you may find that a second man appears in your life. Actually, it's still him. He just changes into another person and keeps deceiving you. If you still don't forgive, another man will show up. And he'll trick you again. Hey, everyone here, let me give you a piece of advice. If a certain type of person or a certain event keeps happening repeatedly in your life, it means that's your soul's script. That's your soul's lesson. When will you finally pass this test? It's when you truly forgive him from within. He attended Teacher Joe's class, and Teacher Joe told him, just think of it as you owed him in your past life, and in this life, you're paying it back, so forgive him. Forgiving him isn't letting him off the hook, it's letting yourself go. He understood, he let it go, and the moment he did, all those men disappeared, just vanished. Then he moved on to the second stage. He met this girl, and the two of them became inseparable best friends. They started a business together, made money together, but in the end, she swindled all his money. This is how the game is set up. It's destined to happen. But the choice is in his hands, so he can choose, for example, to spend his whole life chasing after the debt. If he chooses to spend his whole life chasing the debt and never forgives her, do you know what happens? Another con artist appears in his life. He gets tricked in the same way again, a second con artist. Now in the video, he gets scammed a third time in the same way, and this keeps happening until he chooses to forgive. If he doesn't forgive and kills the person, then in his next life, he starts again from the second stage, repeating it until he finally forgives them. Only after forgiving them does he realize why he was deceived in the first place. It was because of his own greed. If he hadn't been greedy, how could he have been tricked? He passes the level, and as soon as he does, those people instantly disappear, and he enters the third stage. His partner then appears. He helps him make a comeback, and the two of them get married, have children, and are very happy. The game is cleared. After that, you can play even better games. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is the game setup. So what I want to tell everyone here today is that life is a journey of cultivation. If you come into this world and don't cultivate yourself, your life will have been lived in vain. Do you understand? You must make awakening to your true nature your top priority in life because it allows you to create everything in this world. You once created a life of poverty, suffering, and illness. But starting today, you can make a new decision. You can still create a life of abundance and health. You can do it because consciousness creates everything. So there's nothing more to say. Click to send a private message and start learning online.